for our infrastructure to be improved and the water to be gotten rid of. And I hope that you all can kind of see the analogy between garbage collection as a service, as well as stormwater retention as a service. Stormwater, doing elimination of stormwater as a service. Second thing, I heard the idea that the thought that this is going to go on forever, and you know, you all don't have any power over the situation. One of the things that we have talked about and we can propose is that our commissioners take a look and do a status review of this every few years. I know there's a concern that the price may go up dramatically. I think we're pretty confident we can hold this price for 5 years. Staff has committed to us they can hold this price for 5 years. There aren't very many things that we buy where the price gets held for 5 years. It's true. A loaf of bread costs a lot more now than it did 5 years ago. But we commit to holding it for 5 years. At that point, having our commissioners take a look at it, look at the performance of it, look at what we've been able to accomplish, and then decide at that point, does that same fee structure need to stay in place, or do we need to do something different? And you know, while those of us standing up here may not be around 5 years from now, I hope we are, but we may not be. I would like the idea that a series of public meetings can be held just like we held this time around, so we all can talk about what it's done for you over that 5-year period of time. Next thing, I heard a question, issues, and these are issues that concern me every day, trust me. I heard about the poverty rate inside Augusta County, heard about the loss of population, loss of participation in your churches. I know all that's real. For those of you who don't know, I think just about everybody does, I'm from Augusta. I've seen the changes over the years, and it pains me to know that our population has been fairly steady while the metro area continues to grow, but here in Augusta we've been fairly steady, hovering around that 200,000 number for probably the last 20 years or so. I see the stormwater as an economic development tool. On the day I made a budget presentation to the commission, my first budget presentation to the commission, I had been on the job for about 2 weeks. But at that point, what I said in support of the stormwater fee was this: if we have economic development prospects come to town on a bad day, they're going to look around and see the standing water and think those folks don't care enough to invest in their community. And guess what happened to me today? At lunch, I was with an economic development prospect on a rainy day, and I was afraid that one of them would ask me something about why there's so much water. Now, luckily, I didn't go out with them. I haven't talked to them since they left. I had lunch with them. They went on tour with the rest of the group that was touring them around the city. But I'm afraid that that's a question that's going to come up. So I'm hoping that if we make the types of investments that we're talking about now, painful as it is, if we make these types of investments now, we'll be able to grow our economic development base so that there are jobs to lift people out of poverty, so that there will be a more desirable situation in Augusta, Richmond County, that population will want to come back, and your churches can grow. If you've lost population, that you'll be able to grow it back, because there'll be more people within the corporate limits of Augusta, Richmond County. So I want us to think long term in terms of what the benefits of the stormwater can be for us.